Okay, so what I'm going to talk about really quickly in this video is how to create your own kind of staff intranet, essentially, using just Google Docs and more specifically Google Sites, which is built into Google Docs. So, for instance, we had an old staff intranet, and now that we've switched across to Google Apps for Education, we're getting rid of all of those old services, and so we can just create our own and make it a lot better, a lot easier to use for staff, and a lot more user-friendly. So I've created this one in Google Sites. Obviously, you can make it look however you like. My goal here was to be very clean and easy for staff to understand, and also this will evolve over time. So I've still got it so it kind of has the same kind of layout as the old original intranet, so I can ease stuff into it, but this will change as people get used to it. Obviously, the good thing with something like using Google Sites is because we're logged in as a member of the organisation, that's the only way we can view this site. So again, all our staff now log in the morning with their Google details, or they're already saved because they're on their machines, and they'll instantly go here. So the first thing I do is make this their homepage, their landing page on the internet, because from here they can access all their documents. So, pretty easy. I've got my navigation down the side there, search bar. So a few things I've done here to make life easier is you'll see I've made this little kind of staff notice board. Now, all this is an embedded Google Doc that is then shared with the staff. So all the staff have this Google Doc here, so they're on their own Google Drive. So if they wanted to add something to our staff notice board, they simply add it to that document. So everyone has editing rights to that document, so you can see everything here. And this is always kind of reflected upon that and updated, because we had some questions from staff who were here a day a week or 2 days a week, and like, what's going on? This is a really good way to do it. So very, very simple. Then below that, we've got the staff calendar, and again, this is embedded in here, so staff don't have to worry about finding which calendar they've got, because obviously with Google Docs you can have many, many calendars. So if I switch across to January, that's a Jan, you can start to see these here. So again, this calendar is run by some members of staff, and they have editing rights, so they can add to this calendar, and then other staff can request to have information put on there. So again, all embedded, so it'll always be there when we go there as well. And these giant images are just links to marking the role and to mail, again, just to make it a nice, easy transition as we start to get across there. Then the other things I'm working on in this sidebar here is, administration forms. A lot of forms in a school, a lot of paper. We're trying to really get rid of as much paper as possible. So, what we're doing here is I'm working with the admin team to find all of those paper forms, leave forms, sickness forms, purchase forms, all those kind of things that you would use to print and sign and fill out, and we're just making them into interactive PDFs. So one click, you can view the form, you fill it out online, and then submit it, and it automatically goes straight to the person in the office that needs to see that form. So I'm starting to work on those kind of things now. So there are forms, there'll be a lot more there, obviously. Bulletin, real simple, staff bulletin gets posted there every week, and again, you can just view it nice and easily. I'll add some comments on it. Then my forms are a little bit different. So this is using Google Forms, and again, this is to save time on a lot of those repetitive kind of processes that we use. A really good example, Student of the Week. Every week, teachers have to kind of nominate someone for Student of the Week. So what we're doing here is, instead of having to email, again, the person that's responsible for that in the office every time, then she's got to dig for her emails, real simple Google form. You put the details in, submit, and then they can go look at that spreadsheet. They've got that information there. So again, I'm sure you can think of a million ways that this will really work out. Student medication. We have any student medication. You can fill it out, boom, and then you've got that spreadsheet that you can check and sort, and makes life a lot easier. So we'll have that. Then I've got kind of like these little mini blogs. And the good thing with Google Docs is you can give certain permissions to certain people. So, ICT news, yeah, that'll be exciting. That's all here. And so I can start to post some information here about how-tos and videos, and we can do that really, really easily. Links is self-explanatory, just links to whatever sites that our staff use a lot. And again, we can change these, we can add stuff to these as we go. Comment, hey, add the payroll, so I'll add that on there. Policies, again, here are all our policies that we run with the school. Again, you can view or download these nice and easily. Subscribe to changes. Social committee news, that's like a little blog. So again, the social committee team are in charge of that. Staff PD blog. One thing I think is really important, obviously, is staff, is that they report back from their PD. Obviously, you've got to share that with staff, and we've got a place for that. So that's pretty much it. It's very fluid. It's very easy to add information and add sections on here. If I wanted to, say, add another section for admin news or whatever it is, you can just add it down there. And because it's that home page, it's that landing page, it's in everyone's face all the time. It's the first place that they'll go and then from here they can branch off to their mail and to their respective other parts. But again, really, really easy, all made in Google Docs with Google Sheets. It doesn't cost you a cent, and it replaces a lot. And so obviously, as we start getting into next year, when everyone's using these documents and using this system, I'll start to add a lot more in here and clean this up. And yeah, it really will be the one-stop shop for everything. Oh, and of course, search too, which is really handy, as with all Google stuff. So if there's something in particular that you know should be on here, and you don't want to go for the links or go, just type it in. So if I just do Kevin, search the site, it'll search this whole site for, there it is, Kevin, that's what I want to look at. But yeah, really, really handy. Great replacement for your existing intranet. A lot of control, and yeah, you can delegate different sections and different controls to other people, so they can handle that as well. Just doesn't just have to be you, which is great. All right, see you later.